we're going to be looking at some examples of the 10-minute high time frame entries. So as you can see here, we have a 15-minute break to the downside, and we're currently in this whole leg here. So if we draw on premium discount, you can see that in premium here we have this supply. That's at the extreme here. We also have some inducement created in the form of these equal highs just below. So let's go back to 7 a.m. Okay, so 7 a.m. we're looking for an entry in here. Got our alert set. So we go to the 10-minute and just wait to get tagged in to the supply. Okay, so price taps in, and now we're looking for where the high and low is of the change of character. So this is the high that gets taken, and the low that put in the high is this one. So alert goes here, and then if this low breaks, then we get an entry from somewhere here. Okay, so we pull back, breaking or creating a new low here. This candle trades lower than this candle, and then we trade higher than this candle. So that's our change of character high, taking the high of the inside bar there. So let me zoom in so you can see. So now we need this inside bar low to break for our change of character to occur, and it does straight away. So as soon as that breaks, then we go down to the 5-minute, and then entry goes, there's no sweep in here, so it goes at the extreme. So 50% if it's smaller than if it's smaller than 5 pips, it goes at the open. Okay, so at the open, stop loss, well, spread for EU is 0.3 for me, so I place it 0.3 above, and then I add 2 for the spread. Add 2 on top of the spread, sorry. So altogether it goes 0.5 above, which is 2.7. And you can see straight away, as soon as this low breaks, we would put our order here and then get tagged in. So TP would now be at 7R. So TP is here. And boom, run straight to TP. Obviously we'd go break even at 3R here. So here we would be break even, and price came just within a hair of being break even, but this wouldn't have tagged me out, I don't think. Maybe it would have, but anyway, that's the entry. So in this next example, we're between this swing low and this swing high, and we're bullish, so we're looking for buys from this 4-hour demand. I looked here on the 15-minute, but there's nothing really clear. Went up to like the 20, 30, and there's nothing really clear I can see. This demand here had a reaction and then failed. So went up to the 4-hour, and all I could see was this extreme demand here. So what I'm doing now is waiting to see, is there going to be an entry from this 4-hour demand? If there is, then I'll probably take it. So let's see what happens. Okay, so price takes this low here, and the high that put in this low is this one. Okay, so change of character happens on the 10-minute. So we drop down to the 5-minute, and then we're seeing, is there a sweep in there at all? So price came down, came up here, tapped into this supply, and then pushed down, creating this low, tried to push up, then came down, sweeping this low here. So we do have a sweep in there. Okay, so entry goes at the sweep. So I'm gonna use the whole sweep candle here. But you could go up the time frames and use just this sweep wick, which is the same, or you could use this 15-minute one. Actually, I'm going to use this one. This looks cleaner. So entry goes at the open, cover the low by 0.2, and obviously we add spread on a MetaTrader, so spread would be 0.3. So entry would go here on MetaTrader. Obviously, TradingView We don't need to add spread. So then TP goes at 7R, and we get tagged in and runs TP. Okay, so this counter trend strategy is really simple. All it is looking for a pullback, and it does produce some really good results throughout the months. So it's definitely worth including this in your strategy. Okay, so all we're doing, once price breaks past this 15-minute swing low, all we're doing is waiting for a 10-minute change of character to the upside to look for longs. And we're looking for longs up to the EQ or 5R, whichever is the biggest or produces the biggest R. So on the 10-minute now, we're just watching to see, is there a 10-minute change of character? So right now what I'd do is have this change of character marked, and then if we break this high, I'm looking for entry here. And yeah, if we break this low, I'll set an alert at this high. Okay, so we break the low there, just. So my alert goes at the high here, and my change of character low is now here. So we get a pullback, and then we break the low again. So my alert goes off. I reposition my change of characters. So we get a pullback here, then alert goes here at the low, and then alert goes off, and the high is this one. Okay, so alert goes off for my entry, and now is there a sweep in there? No. So entry goes at the extreme, goes at the open here because the stop loss is less than 5 pips. Cover the low by 0.2, and TP goes at the EQ, as the EQ is larger than 5R, so that's why it goes there. Tagged in, and then runs TP. Obviously break even at 3R. So looking for another counter trend trade, you can see that we're now bearish on the 15-minute. So we could play buys up to the EQ here. So we're currently down here at 630, and we're looking for a 10-minute change of character to play the pullback. So I go on the 10-minute and mark up the recent high and low, which is this one here. So the low gets taken and the high is this inside bar. Okay, so 7 AM, we come down, taking this low here, and the high is this first high. Okay, so as soon as this high breaks, now we're looking to see, is there a sweep in here? So I'm going down to the 5-minute, and price comes up, taps into this supply. We then come down, creating this inside bar, try to push up, and then price sweeps this inside bar. Okay, so entry, I'm going to use this 15-minute wick here. Keep the stop loss small. Okay, so cover the low here by 0.2. TP is at the EQ. Okay, let's see what happens. So we get tagged straight in there and hit TP. So after we hit TP, price comes down, takes us out for break even, but we've already hit TP, so that doesn't matter. We took all our profits here for 19R. And this is why we take profits at the EQ and don't look to hold it any further than that. The EQ is the place where price is most likely to reverse. Yep, so that's all from me with the higher time frame strategy update. If you need any help with this, obviously ask me in the Discord and I'm happy to help. We'll be having a Q&A on Wednesday to cover all of the questions you have. So if you have any questions and you want them answered live, then that would be a good place to do so. And yeah, have a good weekend, everybody, and I'll see you on Monday.